You know, a lot of people can't understand how us as Black Americans, how in the midst of all our trouble and oppression and depression and any attacks we still have maintained our joy. We still can have fun. We still can laugh. We still can smile. We can be broke and smile. We can have money and smile. We can go through sickness and smile. We can go through turmoil, chaos, and still have a smile on our face. And a lot of people have recognized that, and they don't understand the source of our Black joy. Case in point, this Chinese lady is actually touching on that. Let's go ahead and play what she has to say.
Some Black joy. The fact that Black joy even exists as a concept in the world is miraculous to me. Asians are no good at joy. We are good at working hard and being diligent and doing our best, but not joy. Colonizers too. Rich lives, no joy. We should never have hooked our stars to theirs. But Black people, especially Black Americans, are the best at joy. You've turned it into an art form. I know it came from terrible hardship that you've turned into soul and then into joy. And we, Chinese people, we just turn that hardship into more hard work. But I know you can't give it to us. We have to go out and earn it for ourselves, just like you did. Joy is a puzzle for every human being, and it's not free. When I ask my Black friends where their joy comes from, they inevitably shake their heads and just repeat, "You can't let them take it away from you." That's what it's not. But what is Black joy? Can you tell me?
Let me tell you something. Right what this Chinese lady has stated, a lot of people don't understand that. Not just her as Chinese, the folks really can't understand it. They're worse with it. How is it that we've done all the horrible things to them and they still can smile? How? What kind of people is this? Because if they did that to us, we would just be angry, upset, and want to go on some sort of violent tirade. Well, first of all, the joy that we have is joy unspeakable, and it comes from the Lord above. It's not earthbound. So it's nothing that we can even give you. The source of a lot of our joy comes from the suffering too. The suffering and the overcoming of suffering. And that the problem is that, let's say as Chinese people, you haven't had the things done to you in this land that's been done to Black Americans. We have Chinatowns all over America, and we have not had the U.S. military go drop bombs on any Chinatown. We haven't seen mobs of white people burning down your properties, running you out and taking your properties and taking your businesses. That's never happened to you, not even once. And over and over and over and over and over again, it happened to Black people. Yes, you had some riots in the past and all of that, but it has not been just straight attack after attack after attack, let's say on Chinatown, right? You haven't suffered Jim Crow like we suffered. You haven't suffered, with the when they would actually have their picnics and what they would do at picnics and actually buy tickets to put one of your ancestors on a tree somewhere. They you know what I'm saying? That's not what happened to you. Yes, you dealt with some discrimination in America. Yes, you definitely had the Chinese Exclusion Act. I understand that. But no group in America has suffered like we have suffered. Some people say, oh, well, what about the Native Americans? Yes, they had the Trail of Tears. They were put on reservations. Yes, they have some discriminatory practice against them, but the Native Americans get reparations. Native Americans have land. The Native Americans, are considered sovereign in their dealings. Black Americans, while they was on reservations, we were still suffering. And in the midst of all our suffering, we still have that joy that comes from above. And unless you're willing to suffer, like some people get upset, even in the diaspora, that, how come Black Americans are, basically the leaders of the diaspora? Well, and I tell people this, if you want to wear the crown, take the pain. A lot of you don't have not taken the pain to wear that crown. That's really what it is. We are the soul of America. Without us, America is nothing. America's Europe. Let me say that much. Without us, America's Europe. We make this nation different. It's us, okay? So it's nothing that you can, you said that, y'all don't know how to be happy. All y'all know is how to do is work. Well, it's more to life than work. That's just a tip. Black folks like, I go to work, but I'm not killing myself working. Okay, you get the money and you buy what you want, then what? Like, you can't have fun, you can't go do something. It's like, why it always got to be? Black people's mindset is different. Yes, we want to get the bag. Oh, yes, we do. But that has a balance. That has a balance. And yes, some other groups may be better at certain things because of their mindset. But I'm a firm believer you can do it all. You can get the bag, you can have a good time. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do nothing criminal in the process. You can be legal and lawful in what you're doing. You feel me? That's just bottom line, ladies and gentlemen. And if you like this woman admitted she would like to have that kind of joy. But the one part she said that was very interesting. She said, basically, we shouldn't attach ourselves to these folks. We should attach ourselves to black people. That was very profound when she said that. And a lot of immigrants are slowly realizing that maybe we should have got with black people and not join with white supremacy against them, because see, you have to understand right now, white supremacy has turned on all these other groups. It turned on them. And they're getting some of the same treatment that we would get. But even though they're not getting the full treatment, and the reason why they're not getting full treatment is because they come from other nations. And other nations have, presidents, heads of state, military. They want to do trade deals with these nations. So they can't really go at them like they can go at us. But they can definitely give them some anti, definitely some racism. Let me say that much. And they're not liking it. And I said, but see, now we all hip to the game and we're not coming to nobody's rescue. See, at one point in time, with different groups of people, we would say, well, they minorities, right? We would say they minorities like us and, we need to stand together, until we saw how the minority sold us out every single time. So now we are saying, yeah, it's messed up. What's going on with you? Good luck with that. And a lot of immigrants don't like that. And they still don't know how to deal with that. They still don't know how to deal with it. But hey, we've given the blueprint to teach every last one of you how to deal with it. You understand what I'm saying? We've definitely given you all the blueprint. But black joy is for black people. So we can't give you black joy. You're going to have to go find your own Chinese joy. That's it. Black joy for black people. I know everybody wants to partake in our culture and take elements of our culture, but certain things you just can't take because our joy isn't for sale. That's an internal thing. And that comes from the Lord above. So find your own Chinese joy and good luck at that. That's the only thing I can say about it.